Hello everybody, it's Josie here. I'm doing my Friday inspiration video for the week. So today's inspiration is, again, it's a more artistically based inspiration. I love the arts. I love a lot of different kind of arts, whether it be fashion, whether it be tattooing, whether it actually be actual paintings and drawings. But probably one of my favorite kind of artistic expressions is photography. It's my favorite form of art. It's something that I wish I were better at. I love just taking random pictures and thinking they're absolutely amazing, and then realizing they're probably not that great. So I love photographers. There are a lot of photographers that are my favorite artists. And I think I'm going to do a different video that just focuses on 3 of my favorite photographers, so just their work. But today I thought I would recommend 3 books that are a kind of a compilation of different photographers, but they focus on different aspects of photography. So I think photography is an incredibly powerful form of artistic expression. So I think most people have heard kind of that saying that a picture tells 1,000 words. Pictures worth 1,000 words, something like that. So basically, I find photography incredibly powerful, and I really, really love it. So these 3 compilations, like I said, focus on different aspects. So the first one I've got here is this one over here, which is the better side. It's called Girl on Girl. So now I'll be honest, I would not have picked this photo for the cover of the book because I think it's a terrible representation of some of the great photography that's in this book, but that's a by the by. So basically what this is it is a collection of female photographers, and it's female photographers taking pictures of women. So it's women through the female gaze. And I think throughout the years, a lot of photographers, and particularly a lot of the well-known photographers, a lot of the fashion photographers have been men. And now we're getting to a point where female photographers are really coming into their own. Now, to be fair, there have always been some incredible female photographers, but they might have been sort of left by the wayside a little bit. So this book basically compiles a whole bunch of female photographers that you may not have heard of. So they're not necessarily the incredibly well-known Diane Arbus, Elephant Unworth. So they're not necessarily the most well-known photographers, but they are incredibly interesting. They're incredibly modern. They have their own styles and their own takes on photography and also what it means to be a woman, on feminism. It's just really fascinating. And if you look at it only for the kind of really cool photography that's in here, but also you get a chapter on each one of the photographers. It tells you about her, it tells you about her life, it tells you about her inspirations, and it's just an incredibly interesting and inspiring book if you're someone that is excited and interested in photography. Then the next one I have here is, this is one I picked up at the Tate. They were doing a showing of a collection of actually Elton John's photography. So not his photography, but his collection of photos that he has. Elton John is a huge fan of photography as well. He's a great collector of photography, and particularly black and white photography. So they got together a load of the stuff from his house, basically, and they showed it at the Tate, and it was an incredible collection. And the actual exhibition was called The Radical Eye. Now, this has a gorgeous cover. Look at that, that's beautiful. If you take that off, you see it's the hole in the middle. But this is a very, very cool, it was an amazing exhibition, but also, again, the photography in here is gorgeous. So if you're interested in more sort of 1900s, 1920s, 1950s style photography, and black and white photography, then this is definitely the collection for you. It's gorgeous, look at the cap. So again, this is a beautiful book. Most of it is taken up with photographs. So if you're just interested in seeing the visual aspects of the photography, then I'm trying to find one that's suitable. There's slightly more risque pictures in this one. Actually, there are also slightly more risque pictures in the other one. So I'm just trying to find ones that I can show on camera. But yeah, if you're interested in Steiglitz or Man Ray, there's some gorgeous Man Rays in here. This is definitely the book for you, and it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and the photography is stunning. And again, if you're interested in photography, you're interested in black and white photography, very, very inspiring as well. And then the last one I have, this one I picked up at a gallery in London, and I'm trying to remember which gallery I picked it up. I might remember, but it's this one over here. It's Crazy Photography. And this does what it says on the tin. So you things like that where photographers are messing with perspective. Again, you have a bit about the photographer in here, so it tells you about the photographer and kind of about their process and what they do. But some of these are so very cool. So look at that with the motorbike. And the reason it's called crazy photography, because sometimes it sort of defies belief really, and you're kind of going, how did they take that picture? How did that happen? How was it manipulated? You know, and it's just like these ones with the really tiny people and the big food. And I just find this one, these modified animals, I just find this one really funny. It makes me smile, it makes me laugh. And it's also, again, it's an incredibly modern take on photography. So it's not just your standard, we're taking a pretty picture of a pretty model. This is, you know, we're messing around with it, we're using different techniques. We're trying to do something that no one has ever seen before. And we're trying to turn photography from taking a simple snapshot of something into a real art form, and something that is really arresting and powerful and kind of interesting to look at. So this is a really cool book, this Crazy Photography. And like I said, if nothing else, some of these pictures will make you absolutely laugh and smile, and wonder how the hell they took it. So yeah, so that's my inspiration for this Friday. Yeah, if you love photography, check out these books. Like I said, I've got a load more books and I'll do something else on photography again and photographers. But for today, that is all. Have a wonderful weekend and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.